The Line 6 Pod Go, that could be an ideal solution for a simple kind of gigging setup or something like that. It's certainly fairly affordable. Does it sound good? That's what we'll try out today. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karilainen. It's good to have you along. You can call me this guy if my name is tricky to pronounce. Today I'm taking a look at the Line 6 Pod Go, which is a brand spanking new item by Line 6. I was about to say pod. This is the first Line 6 thing that I'm trying out on this channel. And if this thing sounds good, it could really be an ideal thing. Just replace basically your entire pedal board. You just bring this and that's it. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I forgot to check the price. I have my phone over there. Put it in the subtitles. But it was somewhere between 400 and 500 euros, I think, which is roughly the same in dollars. So I've rigged up another camera here to film what's going on with the pod. And I've programmed 4 different presets to kind of do a basic sound test of the unit. So I have a clean, I have a crunch, I have what would be my lead sound, kind of plexi type thing, and I have a high gain sound. I'm using my custom Mahogany Strat with Seymour Duncan YJ and Fury pickups, and that's about it. So I'm going straight from the pod into my mixer and into the computer. So that's about it. Before I get going, I know you can do loads of other stuff with this. You can use it with an amp just as kind of effects and all that. But I decided to keep things simple and just check out how this sounds on its own, because for me that would be the selling point. Yeah, so let's get going. The first is a kind of clean with reverb and delay, and I can toggle those around and switch those off and see how that sounds. The amp is called SXA30, and the cab is a greenback 4x12 thingy. So yeah, the setup here is a bit weird, but who cares? It's a bit weird anyway. So here goes. Here's the clean sound that I've programmed. And when I say clean, I obviously mean not clean, because there's an overdrive pedal there. Let's just get rid of that for a while. Actually, let's not, because it has a mode switch as well. So you can program in presets, and you can just press the mode switch, and you can disengage certain parts of the amp, or sorry, the sound. So let's try just flicking off the overdrive. Let's guess it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. So here's the clean. So as you can see, the buttons on the pod are color-coded according to the pedals in the preset, so you know which ones are which. So you could switch off reverbs, for instance, and just have, I had 2 reverbs there, so you could just have delay. Switch that off. So a cool feature of the Pod Go is that you can press the mode switch, and then you're back in preset mode and you can switch presets. So let's go for, let's see which one was the kind of, yeah, this one was the crunchy one with a tweed type thing. Okay, so this wasn't really crunchy. Let's add a bit of drive. And too much reverb, so let's just get bits of that reverb down, drop the mix a bit. That's a bit much. Then you could add an overdrive pedal. So it has different blocks, and you just switch to one of the blocks that in this case is empty. Distortion, kinky boost, deranged master, minotaur. That would be, I kind of guess, a clon type thing. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so there's a bit of clean, and there's a bit of crunch. Let's go over to heavy distortion mode. So I have a Cali rectifier with a tube screamer type thing which just does a kind of clean boost, and this is what you get. Let's add a bit of drive, and let's add a bit of volume because it's a bit quiet. Channel volume master. Okay, so the dropouts you're hearing, probably from the noise gates, so that's a bit tight, so you can adjust that. We can actually just skip that mode, and let's see, that's the yellow one, I think. Whoops, not that one. No, not that one. Okay, so you can't disengage that in mode. Great stuff, yay! Let's just turn that off all the way. Don't know if there's a better way to do this. I didn't read the manual, because who reads manual? Next one would be kind of what would be my holy grail. I spent a while on programming those, not too long, but I spent quite a bit of time programming this. This would be a kind of plexi type thing. So I have an overdrive setup. I have the Brit Plexi Bright channel, which would be the one I use on my plexi. I have a 4x12 with greenbacks. That would be this type of cab. And there's a bit of EQ going on and delay. Yeah, so this is what it sounds like. Okay, so the thing with this sound is it's really dark. It's on the Plexi Bright channel, and I've set it up so that I've dropped bass a bit. I can drop a bit more. I've added treble. It's almost maxed out. Let's max that out. I can even drop mids a bit. And yeah, you could drop hum, I guess. See what that does. And still quite dark. And even on the overdrive, I've dropped bass, I've added, well, not really dropped, but I've added top end, and it's still that's a cool effect. Yeah, with the noise gate, that really works. So this is kind of fairly the kind of meat and bones and potatoes and turnips of the unit, the way it sounds. Before I get into the what I think, I'll just add a couple of reservations that I have. First off, it's very versatile, which is a good thing. I didn't really go through that. You can load in IRs, which could potentially be a very good thing. I did spend some time with this, but given a bit more time, I maybe could make these sounds better. But, and here's the thing. I mean, it all sounds fake. It doesn't sound good in any way. I mean, not necessarily bad, the high gain stuff. I'm no big high gain expert. That sounded okay, but the PV6505 over there was much better. I kind of get the feeling that this is really versatile, affordable, and it doesn't do anything really well. That's my kind of impression of this. And the sounds are such that I could tweak them to become better. I mean, it's not Marshall code poor. I could tweak them, make them better, but right from the get-go, or from these, don't think it's worth it, which is a shame. Now, some of you will hate me for saying this, that I don't like it. And some of you will even come up with stupid nonsense like, yeah, you didn't want to like it because you never want to like anything apart from the Roland Microcube, which is absolute rubbish nonsense. I mean, a preamp multi-effect modeling type of thing that is this small, which I could take anywhere for gigs, would be an ideal solution, especially at this price. And it just doesn't do it for me. The sounds are plasticky and fake, and I mean, listen to the pick attack on the Plexi. You can switch the cab and see what that does. Let's see, green backs, black back, 4x12 1960T 75. Okay, I'll be honest, that's a bit better. Still not very good though. You can switch the mics. I have a 409 dynamic at the moment for a twin. The one that I would use would be 414 condenser, which is what I have back there for. Let's see what a 57 would sound like. Okay, so yeah, clearly the mic choice makes a difference, which it would in a real life scenario anyway. But I mean, this just doesn't say anything. It sounds a bit dull. It sounds a bit uninspiring. You can tweak it. Like I said, you can tweak it to sound better, but still, it lacks something. I mean. Yeah, I'm not entirely impressed. I will defend it though. If you're on the market for a simple gigging solution and you don't have a huge budget, this is something to look at. On the other hand, you can get an Axe-FX standard for less than this on the second-hand market, and it's better. Yeah, I'm not blown away by this, but I don't know. Just in short, I'm not blown away by this. It's not very inspiring. It could potentially be really good, but it's a bit plasticky. That's basically what I think. So, if you want to watch more of my gear reviews, there's a playlist here somewhere. If you like the video, give it a like. Comment, let me know what you thought. If you want to hate on me, feel free to do so. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification thing and join me on Patreon, because you get all of my music and you get a bunch of exclusives, and you can even take that for free. And I buy all the gear that I review, so you get an honest review. And basically, yeah, there are worse choices out there, but this doesn't really inspire me. Plasticky. Sorry. So, that's all for today. Take care. Bye.